Ooh, is that what anime girl bathwater looks like?
Ryza,
where do you think you're going?
Gotta get my thighs waxed. It sounds like she's promised to help out the farm every day, and then she never does.
Is that her dad? He looks younger than her.
Yeah, he looks a lot younger than her mom.
You can't just put eye bags on people and expect them to look old. Anime. Well, of course, she's daddy's girl. Every daddy's girl. Spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
I have something important to do today. Do I really have to help out on my family's farm, which provides me food and shelter and money?
Well, I guess we know why her thighs are so thick, because she never actually does farm work.
Well, her dad makes sure she's well fed.
She's gotten chubby. She gets to eat all the farm food, but she doesn't have to work for it.
She's lucky all of her fat went to her thighs and nowhere else.
Is that lucky, though?
Heavy labor. Farm is a living thing. You should know this by 15 years old. You need to take farming seriously. Play Harvest Moon.
Mm-hmm.
The good ones, not the bad ones. Pull these weeds. Oh,
she's already gone.
Jeez. This is what happens when you don't stare at your child. What? Didn't you notice she ran off? Why are you both morons? Well, I guess she takes after her dad.
I guess she does. As long as I'm patient with her, she'll turn out okay. Yeah, sure.
Sure, thanks. Sorry, Dad. My farm work is boring!
I'm gonna get you to have a game over. Because your child didn't take over the family farm. And that means you were a failure, apparently.
We recently saw the announcement for the remake of Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, so I have told Crossflux about the game, because I grew up on the original one on the GameCube.
Yeah, I wouldn't have enjoyed those games as a kid.
Anyway...
I think I would enjoy them now.
You got a game over screen if you didn't get married.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome. I'm restocking merchandise. Okay, you are useless. Where are the people of use to me and my biddings? I have a feeling this is one of those JRPGs where you are allergic to water and cannot even touch it.
Did anybody frolic as a child? I never frolicked.
I never frolicked. Every time I stepped outside, I got covered in bug bites. So I hated it.
I was a very outdoorsy kid when I was little. Like, I was constantly outside. But I never frolicked.
Hated it. Well, I don't think most boys frolic, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like, no one I knew frolicked either. I had a few friends who were girls, and it's like, I don't think they ever frolicked.
I don't think frolicking is a thing outside of the...
Is it an outdated concept, like kicking the can?
I mean, I think maybe people did that back when there was no electronics, no TV, no stories, and all you had to do was go outside and sit in dirt.
Yeah, I'm really surprised I turned out the way I did. My dad is kind of like a tough guy kind of dad. So he always really wanted me... Yeah, he always really wanted me to be into, like, cars or woodworking.
You said he did the very traditional dad thing of stare at hood of car and look at carburetors.
Yeah.
Shine light on things.
And when we had to fix the house, I would hold the flashlight while he, like, was underneath the house or something. And, like, I was always outside as a kid. But I mostly just adventured. Like, we had a pretty big yard with, like, a big forest and woods in the back. So I would always just explore the woods. But every time he tried to get me to play sports or something like that, I wasn't having it. Every time he tried to teach me a car thing, I did not care. Eventually, I just started staying inside more and became a NEET.
So you stayed inside because your dad tried to push you to be outside. That's weird.
Yeah, probably.
Nervous.
Doki doki.
Excited? What context of excited are we talking about? Because none of you seem excited.
Yeah.
Except Ryza. You too, Tail. I am sorry. For some reason, I am unable to keep track of what we were doing, and I'm paying attention.
It's a magical brew!
A magical brew!
Is that our gamer juice?
It looked like rainbow unicorn pea.
Oh, I remember. Lent said that he figured out where these two were staying, and we wanted to visit them so we could learn what alchemy was. It is a mutually beneficial relationship.
They get book, we get bombs. Seems like a very fair trade.
Yes, you should always trust children with bombs.
Well, I mean, depending on the setting, we trust children with very high intelligent creatures and monsters and poison.
I don't have the patience to go farming, but
is
I
he
have the
meant to
patience
be
to
tired, or is he meant to be old? Because he's got bags under his eyes.
Probably tired. You probably have to read a lot of books.
They're kind of purple, so I assume that he's meant to be restless. To go back to your question though, if you are really interested in something, you'll actually pay attention to it though.
Oh, finally! That was actually a good bit of wisdom.
What?
You can try as hard as you want, but unless you have natural talents, you will not pick this up. That is such a good thing for kids to learn.
And nobody teaches them that.
Schools constantly tell you nowadays, oh, try your best, or if you just keep trying, you'll succeed. No, unfortunately you can't. Some people are just good at things, and some people are just bad at things.
I mean, you can still try to learn, and you shouldn't be discouraged just because you don't immediately pick it up.
Yeah.
But if you've been trying for years and you're not really seeing any improvement, maybe you should come up with a plan B.
Yeah. Like, as a kid, I drew so much.
Translate my book.
Like, I was really into art and stuff as a kid, but I never had the talent for it.
You've never been taught how to draw, though. You just did what kids do and copy outlines of stuff you've already seen. That's not really drawing.
Yeah, but I've looked at some of the articles and stuff that you read.
You don't understand it?
No, it doesn't really make that much sense to me.
You don't understand how you can draw a circle to represent a head, and then draw the chin, and then draw, eyes on top of it?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I didn't get it when I was like 14 either. I just drew anime, and as you know, I'm sure if you ever try to draw, that just copying anime is not a good way to learn to draw. Because you're not learning
how to
anatomy.
draw manga.
You're not learning anatomy, you're not learning 3D objects, you're not learning perspective. You're just drawing what is most likely a cheap sweatshop. Get it out as fast as possible frame that is not well drawn to begin with. Because they had to just pump it out. Honestly, using a 3D model like this is probably a bit better.
Alright, be careful, Lent. Be careful.
Talking to lady.
Yep.
Don't
She
suck
called him
it up.
big guy.
Don't suck it up.
Don't suck it up.
Gather nameless grass.
Hey, that's a lie.
That's just grass, dude.
It has a name. You called it nameless grass. Therefore
Taking
it has
the
a name.
first step. 2. There are 2 first steps.
Part 2.
Alright.
So we have to go into the woods, basically.
Alright, good. Got a pot. Heat it up. Put some unicorn piss in it.
This is what all gamer juice is made out of.
Mountain Dew in there.
I smell bullies.
Oh, look,
Oh,
bullies.
I was right. I know tropes.
You could smell the smugness. Still shamelessly showing your faces in public, I see. You're going to fair. When do we get to go somewhere that doesn't sound lame?
Yeah.
I want to go to Blood Moon Castle. Or Edgy Forest. We have more important things to do than bullies. We gotta go find grass.
You're welcome to do anything important too.
That is quite the way
Wow.
to walk. What is that?
She
How is
has
that
like
walking?
her knees are like half a foot in front of her torso. How does that work?
You're stuffed of alcohol.
And he's just on the ground. Okay.
He's drunk. Why am I not allowed to go anywhere? Is it because I'm a child, or is this a prison?
I think it's just some town in the boonies.
Well, they don't want people to leave because then no one will live here and they'll be all alone.
I mean, I know this is a fantasy setting, so of course it's going to look a little better than real life.
Oh
but this town looks a whole lot better than our town.
Yeah, I mean, our town.
Like, if this
nothing.
is what's considered a boonie town, I don't care. I would live here.
We got like 5 Mexican restaurants and 5 tool stores, and that's like the whole town, and a Walmart. It's really sad when the biggest, most exciting place for everybody to go hang out is Walmart.
Yeah, it's true. Walmart is actually where you go to hang out. You just walk around the, like, 10 aisles that exist in the store.
And you pretend you're somewhere better.
Yeah, you pretend you're somewhere better.
We've come here probably 1,000 times, but it feels different coming here with a purpose. You mean things feel different when you have an actual goal in mind?
I don't remember it. I don't think it had a name.
Are you making fun of me? How is he making fun of you? Gathering. Walk up to thing and gather it. There we go. Oh, okay. Okay, that's some nameless grass. Okay, we got a bunch of grass. Time to go back. It was really fun. I just swung at sticks.
I didn't know things could be used for things.
You found an interest in gathering materials, so then maybe you are cut out for this. Please look at the unicorn piss. I'm sorry, it just really looks like that. What
Green
we got here is the
supplement.
most... Okay, I'm
Is
gonna...
this Soylent?
No, I bet... Well, it probably does the same thing this way. You collect the materials, and you only toss them in the cauldron. Add the right items to the loop to create whatever it is you want to create. We'll make nameless grass, which you gathered into the loop. Okay, synth quality. I'm sure this is obvious, but you need to possess the necessary materials before you begin. Well, thank you for at least pointing out it was obvious. Nameless grass. Okay, he just does it for me. Did you notice the change in the loop? Let's try adding another grass. By adding a second grass, you got a new loop, which gives you hidden power! That doesn't mean you should just add a bunch of strong materials at random. You have to consider how a material might connect to the loop, and add the appropriate ones. This would probably go faster if you did it yourself. I prepared some water for you to use with the loop. Most recipes will tell you exactly how many of each material you need. Green supplement requires at least 3 materials in total, so adding the nameless grass and the water did the trick. You need to mix the cauldron to begin the synthesis. He winked at me! Ooh, bubbles!
Bubbles. Bubble, 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 bubble.
I like bubbles.
Green supplement.
I'm going to guess this is the,
Glug,
the
glug.
health potion.
Effect gives synth quality, whatever that means.
Probably does better healing. To create this neutralizer, all you need is nameless grass and water. Now you try. Right now? This is simple enough. You should be able to just do it by copying what I did, if you've got the talent. Okay, I throw grass and water in the cauldron. How hard can that be?
Time to take her first big step. I feel like she's given all these big steps.
And an alchemy level higher than the item level. We're ready!
Still not sure if I fully understand the system, but I have a feeling it'll make sense as we do it
She
more.
does have a fang. It's cute. We leveled up! I love leveling up for doing the bare minimum. So how'd I do?
Howdy doody!
You hit a jackpot. So we're really good at this. You can become an alchemist. Maybe. Oh boy.
I still feel like Ryza's just been given everything handed to her.
I'm all but useless these days, but you made bombs! He injured his arm, so he can't do anything, okay?
So he's Koei.
You have another arm. You know you have 2.
He'll probably tell us to go into the big city and find another alchemist.
Can't you use alchemy to fix your arm? And I can still advise you, if not teach you. Feel free to seek my help. And no need to be too formal with me. Yes, sir. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, sensei, senpai. I imagine at least 1 or 2 stores must sell books. There's the general store and the Bowden district.
But
get
do we
books.
even have money?
Daddy! Is Lila training? No, you're not. You're standing here eating biscuits.
He's just eating biscuits.
You're eating biscuits. And candy! I want candy. I want to take this pumpkin.
That's a nice pumpkin.
That's a big pumpkin. Alright, I see what appears to be a general goods icon. We will see if this is correct. Good morning! Bye.
My first
These are,
dessert.
okay, so these are books. This is...
Dang, we do actually have money.
I see a fishing icon! We're gonna be able to fish, everybody! It's gonna be okay.
It is. All is right with the world.
Stout Living Room. I know that's their last name, but it makes it sound small.
Yeah.
Before I can start doing alchemy, I have to get a cauldron. So where do I get a cauldron? I'll just steal from my parents, like I keep doing. That's a big cauldron. Okay, it's just sitting here going to waste.
What do you mean? You have a cauldron that big and you're not using it?
And it was just sitting in your living room and you didn't know it was there? It's huge. Unicorn piss.
How does she know how to make the brew?
Welcome to my atelier. I can't say French words.
Atelier.
Ooh, so special. What's with the huge pot? Ample taught me the first steps I need to take if I want to become an alchemist. And this pot has something to do with that. It's not a pot.
Is she gonna sell her bathwater?
Bathwater. Ooh, is that what anime girl bathwater looks like?
That's probably what it's supposed to look like. You know, if it's high quality. So if any of you guys out there buy bathwater from chicks and it doesn't look rainbow, sparkly, and glitter, then you know it's a fake and you should try and get your money back.
I'm kind of busy doing our own thing. We don't care about what you're doing. We're not friends.
We don't have room in our brains to get excited for you? Bro, that's a terrible friend.
That's an awful friend. He's excited for himself. I guess friends aren't allowed to be excited.
Yeah, they're all excited for
other.
themselves, but not for each other.
These are horrible friends. It almost makes you think that they're only friends because they're the only people around the same age on this stinky little island. And if they could go anywhere else, they would never care about each other. Taking first step 2 updated. Read my first dessert. Learn how to make flour and honey.
I guess I never really thought about it before, but yeah, I guess cooking is a form of alchemy.
We can make... Oh, look, that's all the stuff we could buy. So we can just make it now. Barrel! It's a barrel.
It's a JRPG house. You might be able to go into one room.
Good JRPGs let you go in the whole house.
What JRPGs let you go into the whole house? I can't think of any.
Tales of Symphonia usually did. I think Okage Shadow King let you go in the whole house. I like how it's just called Health Flower.
Health Flower?
You eat the health flower and you gain your HP points.
I felt
back.
a little sensitive about the item name for the game that we're working on.
It's opposed to the poison flower. That will just kill you.
Mm-hmm.
You die.
You get deadu?
You get dead.
The deadu disease.
Then
what are the symptoms? Death.
Then you become zombie waifu. Well, why can't I swing? Is my stick too sucky to whack a tomato plant?
No swing. It's a no swing zone. It might be illegal.
Legal schmeagle. I want to swing. I want to open this box. Well, okay, I can...
You can swing at box.
I am in PS1 land. I'm not a graphics snob, I promise, but I just can't stand when stuff that shouldn't be pixelated is.
Yeah, like, I'm the same way. I usually don't care about graphics much, but I do wish there was a way to improve the graphics of this game.
I mean,
because
there was a mod, but it didn't work.
Yeah, we tried a mod fix. I couldn't get it to work. It's just, this game looks like a Wii game, and obviously that is not a compliment. It's weird, like, I don't tend to have a problem with GameCube graphics, but for some reason Wii games are really ugly to me.
They're the same graphics.
Yeah, they're the exact same thing. A Wii is just a GameCube with motion controls. So I don't know why. It must come down to just the presentation.
Give me your meats and
or milk.
Milk.
Looks like you can't. Although that chick would make a pretty good mime. Look at her. She is not moving.
No, she would make a very good statue. We have to make potions to make our thighs bigger. That's how her thighs probably got bigger in between each
she
game.
discovers the Krabby Patty secret formula. That's why thighs get so big when you eat Krabby Patties.
No, no, Ryza, no, it'll go right to your thighs.
And then you'll blow up.
That's gonna be the fourth game.
The fourth game.
Ryza and the quest to not explode.
And the quest for the Krabby Patty.
Ryza and the quest to not blow up. It is 0 p.m. How does that exist?
0 p.m. There are no PMs in this time of day.
There are only FMs.
Like a radio.
Ooh,
Have
bubbles.
we supplemented our green?
Okay, that is an item. Earn up to 30% extra when selling at a store, plus a guaranteed 5 extra coal. Let's do that.
Right?
I don't care.
What, does it have mind control powers in it?
The dangers of alchemy. You can brainwash people.
Yeah, sure, I'll give you more money for this.
I mean, look at her. She's holding a vial of poison, and she's just like, ah!
Ah, poison!
I can...
Like a chef, you gotta make sure to taste it.
Make sure you taste it, Ryza.
Make sure
it's good poison.
Yeah, good quality poison.
Oh, we're getting a cutscene.
I mean, how awkward would it be to make bad quality poison?
Yeah, we literally just had to make enough items, okay? What did I make?
Yeah, she has no idea.
You don't know what you made.
Now, that's what I call immersive storytelling, because I have no idea what we made.
I really feel like I'm Ryza right now. Now, here's where I get confused. Are we going to get a bunch of weapons, and then it's going to be like, which one? Because I get confused when that happens. You can upgrade weapons in games sometimes, but then you also get new weapons that you just find by exploring. So, how do you know when to stop upgrading your old weapon and go to the new one?
Yeah, like in Final Fantasy 13. How you can level up your weapons.
I guess that was one of them. Yeah. There are a lot of other games where I'm not sure either.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of games that do that. Like, I think Tales of Graces did that too, right?
I can just glue some grass beans to my weapon.
It's upgraded.
Maybe the enemies are highly allergic to grass beans. Oh, my brain.
This
I
is
feel
a very
so
complex
small.
battle system.
I feel such a small brain.
Feel smooth. Smooth
I feel
brain.
very smooth. Are a lot of Japanese girls actually pigeon-toed, or is this just considered cute?
It's kind of like the opposite of cowboys, right? Don't cowboys' feet go outwards?
I think it's usually considered a mannish thing to.
It's like
have your feet.
mansplaining, but with their feet.
I mean, I guess. If I believed in that. Do I need a tomato hoe? A hoe for my tomato?
Calling thighs a hoe?
No, I'm saying she might need a hoe.
You gotta get a side chick.
Well, I mean, that is what that other chick...
Claudia.
Never mind. Giant grapes! That looks like a ball of...
I thought they were balloons.
Jaws. It looks like
Gobstoppers?
Gobstoppers, jawbreakers, rainbow grape. I don't trust that.
Rainbow grape.
I don't trust that.
I would not eat that.
Oh, more beehives. How many bees are on this island? Certainly more than in real life.
I can see why everyone wants to get out of this town then, if it's nothing but bees.
It's a sad, piddly little island where nothing happens and it's covered in bees and big, gay grapes. 23 quality paper. That's some good paper.
So, I had this friend in college. He was a goober, is honestly the best way.
He's a fantastic Fantabulous goober.
Yeah, great person, great guy. He was always so overly excited about paper. He studied paper science, he knows how to make paper, you know, obviously. But it was literally like, anytime anyone mentioned paper or anything that required paper to make, he would just, like, jump in like a cartoon character from off screen and be all like, paper! Yeah!
Paper!
And then he would start going
when he
into
did
like a 5-minute long conversation about paper this and paper that.
And made it entertaining somehow. I didn't think paper could be entertaining.
Yeah. One of my favorite moments was we had like this little church small group kind of thing in one of the random dorms on campus. And where we held the meeting, there was just a notebook. Or not a notebook, but like a binder, like a 3-ring binder. And it literally said paper yeah on it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And we were like, this is just in the common room somewhere. Then we all instantly thought of this guy. We were like, what are the odds that this is his notebook? This is not his dorm. He lives off campus. But sure enough, next time we saw him, it was his binder. He just had it there for some reason. It was so weird.
He just kept it there?
I guess. Some random common room in a dorm that's not his. It was full of paper.
I guess he spent a lot of time in there.
Hey, Nino Kuni, look, you can order your NPCs around within the first 2 hours of the game, not the first 20.
I know, right? I liked Ni no Kuni, but it had its problems. Mostly pacing, and there was no ending. It just stopped.
Yeah.
Like, that's ultimately what keeps me from wanting to replay Ni no Kuni again. It's so long before you have the freedom to do what you want, and it just stops. Like, we don't even see a resolution to Ollie's story. I mean, we do in the fantasy world, but he doesn't stay there. He goes home. What does he do? Just live by himself in that house? No one takes care of him?
Yeah, and we don't see what happens to the rest of his friends either.
I mean, I appreciate the tutorial, but I think I would have preferred it after a fight started.
Yeah, now we have time to forget what we just learned before we actually get into a fight. By the way, where are the enemies? I haven't even seen any.
Ah, the nerd's eyes aren't too great. I couldn't tell by his giant glasses. Okay, we got some ore. We got some sand. And I see rocks. I can't swing at them.
They are too strong.
I have thick, strong thighs, but not arms. Oh.
Yeah, all she needs to do is just sit on it.
Right, that's sand. Oh, no, it's not. Thank you. I didn't get to pick up my sand. I really wanted it. You ruined it. It's all gone now. I'll never get it back.
Just like time itself. Every
Just like
second.
time, every grain of sand slips through the hourglass and then it's gone forever. Well, I guess I'll fight this tiny lame slime first. Dang, it's cute. Okay. Whoa, okay, what does button do? What does button do?
You use any of the face buttons to do your various actions. Meanwhile,
Oh dear. Wait.
the characters automatically scroll through. It looks like you swapped a towel. I think you use the left and right buttons to swap characters.
Wait! I don't know what I'm doing! Help! Oh, you have to control... Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
otherwise
I
they're
haven't
just
done
on...
any of the fighting so far.
Yeah, otherwise they're just on autopilot.
Okay. How do you switch to them? How do I heal? How do I heal?
One of the items is one of the options is an item.
One of the options?
I think so. I think you can use items in battle.
Yeah, but I don't know how. I only see
Try B or Y or something.
That's attack. Y is skill.
Okay, then what does A do?
A I don't know what it does. Rival medicine, okay, he did something.
Okay, he healed us, that's good.
Tactics level up. Quick action? What? Okay. That froze.
Do Y.
And I don't have anything. Okay, it died, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, this combat system is very confusing. I don't feel like it does a good job at explaining it either.
I just don't know how to use core drives.
Basically, it needs to be a little bit slower.
Okay, I feel like I'm getting used to the I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't feel like I understand anything. I'm not saying it's bad, but I am having trouble understanding what is expected of me. Lila didn't teach you squat. She sat around and ate candy. Looks like everything respawns pretty quickly.
I hope that doesn't mean that we need tons of items and that this is literally not just grinding the game.
I mean, I've never heard of any Atelier games being that.
Because that was my biggest problem with Disgaea. It is kind of just grinding the game, which is fine. Like, if I'm in the mood to grind, like, it's fine. I can do it. I mean, I grew up playing Digimon World 3, which is also grinding the game.
I've been kicked out of my room!
Oh no, we just haven't been pulling our share.
We keep making changes to our room and we don't do farm work. By the way, I'm really sorry if I'm sucking really bad to, like, people who are good at the game or watching. I just, like, I've never played the series before.
Yeah,
and I've never played a game like this before with this type of battle system. Maybe if you think Child of Light counts. Okay, something about move. I can escape by pressing move. Oh, supplements is to... Oh... Supplements is to upgrade other garbage. Okay, it's not a health potion, even though it looks, literally, like a health potion. Man. You seem angry, sir. Are you okay? Do I look okay?
You look like an NPC.
Mortis. I don't know who Mortis is. You'll have to tell me. You'll have to fill me in on the details. Oh, here he is. Whoa, he is a fancy sir.
Oh, so
He's
fancy.
so fancy. A speedy bugger. What's wrong with me? What are you yelling at me for? I won't make any money otherwise. Now go by the order of Mortis Brunnen. Why is he ordering me around? Here, give me my wallet. Thank you. Money? What? He's just giving me his wallet? I'll forgive your bossy attitude now that I have your dad's wallet. Let's see what's inside.
Now that I have your money.
Now that I have all your money and your inheritance right here in my pocket. It's a bunch of... whatever that is. Let me go to shop now. No! Tao, please let me go to the shop. Give him his book back. You stinking little stinkers. Can I please go to shop now? All I want to do is buy something. That's a mystery type material.
Oh boy.
Okay, I know where to find mystery type materials. Yeah! Yeah! I don't know what to do. I cannot find any help. People refuse to help. And I do mean refuse. People ask questions and they're just like, what are you, stupid? I have no idea why anime RPG fans are like the worst at ever offering any kind of help to someone who's trying to start out. If you could just be nice and tell them a little something, then they could enjoy the game too.
It's gatekeeping. That's all it is. It's just gatekeeping. They want their special niche game to remain special and niche.
Gatekeeping exists.
In anime RPGs, I believe so. I feel like a lot of people...
In the very specific thing I care about right now, yes.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, on one hand, I think anyone should be allowed to try and like something. On the other hand, I feel like if we did some form of gatekeeping, people who very obviously do not actually care about the hobby of, say, video games as a whole, but like to come in and complain about it and demand everything be changed, fit their standards, even though they're not going to actually play video games outside of, again, maybe Harvest Moon clones. I feel like maybe video games wouldn't be in the state they are now, at least in the West.
I mean, there should be
I don't know what the balance
level.
is. I don't want to bully people for trying a game, but I don't want people who obviously don't care about the game or about the hobby to be able to come in and complain everything be changed to suit their needs when they're not even going to sit down and play the games anyway. If you don't like how a certain series or a certain genre does something, or the type of character designs they make, then ignore it and go play something that you do agree with or enjoy. You don't have to ruin it for the people who do like that. It just means that not everything is for everyone, and it doesn't have to be, and it shouldn't be, because that's how you get bland, boring crap.
Once they started letting filthy casuals into gaming, it made it hard for actual passion projects and artistic pieces to be made because they're just not profitable enough.
Well, I mean, casual games should get to exist. I'm
yeah, they should get to exist.
But casuals shouldn't get to infiltrate games that choose to be hardcore and are built on that, or just more difficult, whatever phrase you want to use, and say, no, this should be accessible to casuals.
In the name of accessibility. It's like, okay, if you do want to make a game more accessible, fine, but make it an option. Like, for example, Pokemon. Pokemon is about as accessible of a game as it gets because it's just so mind-numbingly easy. And the developers refuse to put any challenge into the game whatsoever. And, like, if you try to even make up your own challenges, like obviously the famous Nuzlocke stuff, the developers have straight up said you're not playing a Pokemon game if you're doing a Nuzlocke challenge. Like,
they said they compared it basically to almost hacking.
Yeah, to hacking or pirating, because it's not the intended game experience. Okay, if you're a game developer out there, let me tell you right now, there's no such thing as intended game experience. Everyone plays games differently.
Everyone wants something different out of a game, and depending on how they go about playing a game, they'll get different stuff out of the same game someone else might.
That's what makes video games great compared to books or movies or whatever. The player is just as impactful, if not more so, than the developer. Because look at what I'm doing. I'm just walking around in circles. Is this intended? Was it intended by the game developers for me to walk everywhere like this? Probably not. Is that why the animation doesn't look perfect whenever I do this? Yeah, probably, because they didn't intend it. But big deal, that's just how it's gonna look.
Yeah, that's just how you choose. If you choose to play the whole game like that, which maybe please don't, but if you did, then who cares? That's your game experience.
I'll take this as a challenge. I am now going to play the entire game like this.
Okay, and everybody will just leave, and then we delete the whole recording, and it's all gone. Bye-bye.